Thank you very much. Thank you, Ambassador. It's Pamela Falk from U.S. News and World Report. As you know, your President Putin rejected an offer by President Zelensky for a face-to-face. You heard what the Security Council said today, most members, about a ceasefire. Is there any effort to get talks going, or is most of what's going to go on in the next few months on the battlefield? Thank you.
That was extensively commented, as I said, when we had the latest Security Council briefing on Ukraine. Was commented by the President himself, by his press secretary, by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and by my humble self when I spoke at that meeting. What I said, repeating what has been said by others, is that Zelensky himself prevented himself at a certain point from talking to President, issuing a decree forbidding him to engage with President Putin. All right, if you want to talk, we never refused, but he made it through a so-called megaphone diplomacy. He made it public. The letter was boorish. If you want to talk, even if you forbade yourself to talk, you do it discreetly through the back channels so that it can be arranged in a proper way. But the way he addressed, of course, prevents us from engaging in talks on the conditions that he puts on the table. Besides, after the Kiev regime openly became engaged in terrorist practices like Starobelsky, Nakivo, you name it, killing scores of civilians, not as collateral damage, but deliberately striking on civilian objects. President Putin said that, and his press secretary said that we have no intention to engage in talks as long as these practices continue.